Lesson 5.2, Divide Decimals by Whole Numbers. Today's lesson, we're going to focus on how we can use a model to divide a decimal by a whole number. So let's go ahead and get started. In this particular problem, I'm going to be using a model to help solve this question. So I'm going to get my highlighter out and ready. Angela has enough wood to make a picture frame with a perimeter of 2 4/10 meters. She wants the frame to be a square. What will be the length of each side of the frame? So I see that I'm working with 2 4/10 meters, and she wants the frame to be a square. The question is, what will the length of each side be? So I see that my number I'm using is 2 4/10, and since I'm talking about a square and I want each side, my second number is going to be 4. And so essentially my question or my equation is asking me to solve this. I want to use a model, and so what I'm going to do is actually draw that or shade that in below. So let me get my highlighter again. And so I'm going to color in 2 4/10. Okay. Now that I have that shaded in, I want to go ahead and break that up into 4 different groups, since that's what I'm going to be dividing by. Since I only have 2 wholes and 4/10, I know that I cannot divide this equally by place value. So for example, if I were to draw 4 groups right now, I do not have enough holes to go in each group. And so since I don't have enough holes, I'm going to go to my next place value, which in this case is a tenth. And I'm going to break everything into tenths. So instead of having 2 4/10, if I were to count each of these, I would then have 24. Well, I have to ask myself, can I divide 24 by 4? And yes, the answer is yes, I can. I can do that 6. So I'm going to go ahead and count out 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so my model would end up looking like this. 2 4/10 divided by 4 would get me 6/10, because that is how much is in each group. Let's take a look at another example. Kyle has a roll of ribbon 3 21/100 yards long. He cuts the ribbon into 3 equal lengths. How long is each piece of ribbon? And so when I'm looking for my key information, I see here is my total number, and I want to make it into 3 equal lengths. The equal tells me I'm going to be dividing. And so my equation will look like this. I can use base 10 blocks to help solve that or to demonstrate that. So below you can see that we have 3 wholes. I have 2 tenths and 1 100th. And so based on the last example, I'm going to go ahead and try and make 3 groups. I'm going to start with my number in the ones. Since I'm dividing by 3 groups, I have enough for each one. 1, 2, 3. If I go down to my next number, though, in the tenths, I have 2. And I don't have enough to give each group. And so because of that, I have to change this into hundredths. And so I break the tenths up and combine it with my hundredths. And that's what this is showing me right here. And so if I go ahead and move those, oops, did not mean to do that. I can divide these up into each group. Can 21 hundredths be divided by 3? The answer is yes. That would be 7 hundredths, because 21 divided by 3 equals 7. And so when I go to move these over, each one should have 7. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so when I take a look at this as a group, how much is in each group? 1 and 7 hundredths. And that would be my answer. Another way that I can do this is do a quick draw. And so in this case, I have 1 whole and 8 tenths. And I want to make them into 3 groups. And so I start here, my largest number. Well, I only have 1 whole, and I need to make 3 groups, so that's not going to work. So I'm going to change it so I have 18 tenths. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, plus the 8 above. And now I'm going to make them into 3 groups. So can I do 18 divided by 3? Yes, that would be 6. So I know I can group them by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so my answer would be 6 tenths, because that's how much I have in each group. What you're going to do, there are no notes for today's lesson, but you do have to copy down our test prep question. You're going to copy down the entire question, and I do want you to include the model that's drawn. You can do a quick pick to show this. And what you need to do is tell me what is the division statement that this model is representing. Once you have that, continue to hit play. Okay, you're going to copy down our essential question. How can you use a model to divide a decimal by a whole number? You can use any of the examples that we talked about in today's lesson and be ready to share this with me in tomorrow's class.